What's up guys, and welcome to my channel Flame Mover 4. This is another recap video. The only reason I'm doing another one so soon is just because I obviously want to sort of tell you what's coming and if there's any problems on the DeLorean build. So we've just finished installing the door here. To me, the door doesn't fit or go down as well as it should. It's all in line, everything's fine, but it doesn't seem to want to fit flush. The only way I can get it to go down properly is pushing it down with a bit of a which doesn't seem right. So I'm not too sure. I've checked the hinges and everything, but don't seem to want to go down exactly great. And I'm not too sure why it doesn't want to do that. Right, so the other thing is people are saying obviously the block that it comes with holds the door up and holds the door into place, which it does do that. I'm not too sure whether later on when we get some more of the paneling that goes across the top that it may actually stay up by itself, and that's just for now. I'm not too sure. But if you see when it goes up, there are a couple of little lugs that are in the bottom, and if you push them up like that, it does hold the door. It does hold the door a little bit. It kind of hear it click. So there must be some mechanism there to keep that into place. It might not be the case at all, but it just seems like there must be something other than using this block. I mean, it might be that we just have to use this block and we have to deal with it, and that's what holds the door into place. But it's a bit of a disappointment, as this is quite heavy, probably just as heavy as the door, and that stays up by itself because they've got a little click fit there, which is making me think when we maybe get some more of the paneling, that might be an issue, or that might be an option as well, should I say, to keep it up in place. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. It is a model at the end of the day. It's only there for display purposes. Most of the time, I'll probably just have the door down. It's just the fact that it doesn't want to sit into place, which is what bothers me the most. So let's just put that down. It wants to go down. There's just something there that stops it clicking into that last section. That's where it needs to be, but it doesn't want to go down there. So I'll have a little tamper with that and see if we can see what is going on with that. Maybe come up with some sort of solution. Right guys, so just wanted to say, I've got this little bit of foam. It'd probably be better off if you had a bigger piece of foam. I just kind of found this. It came in one of my Funko Pops, and I thought it's a great thing to use if you are, if you've got this and you've got to lay it upside down. It's great to have it on so it doesn't scratch any of the glass for you to work on. And if you've got some masking tape laying around, I've seen people do this. I'm actually going to check. I was going to check to see if I had any masking tape. That you could tape it down. So put a bit of masking tape on the bonnet here, and masking tape doesn't affect any of the paintwork or wouldn't damage it in any way, no matter how long it's been on there for. It'll be absolutely fine, and it'll be just good if you masking tape them up, just to kind of hold things into place while you're turning it upside down and everything, because this always flies open, this always flies open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I get some masking tape on here, and I actually do that myself, because that's just another thing. Right, issue 70. I know it's a bit of a nightmare, but I got it, and straight away, just be careful when you're doing your build, just to check. This top section here is snapped off, because they keep sending, they insist on sending them in a bag, and that's what's going to happen. I have actually asked for a replacement issue for this one, because obviously that is snapped off there. It's a bit of a nightmare, but they are so good at replacing issues. So, even though they lack the sending of them in the box, they do make up for it, because they just send them out in the next one. I know you have to wait a little bit longer, but we've already covered this on the other side, so it's going to be pretty much the same when we do that bit. Right, so I asked for a replacement issue 49, and they sent me an issue 49, which is excellent, just because my seatbelts, when I got mine, because they had been crushed in there, one of the seatbelts was actually damaged as well, so obviously I can replace that now, so that's absolutely great. And I also got my replacement 66, which we went through when I was doing 66, because it was missing the pins, so they are quite fast at sending those out. So now I have, as we open the door here, the pins that go inside the door, where is it here, so that it'll allow to push the buttons, because if we don't have those pins, we're not going to be able to push those buttons into place, which means the lights aren't going to come on, which obviously is not really good. So they are great at doing that. So, I mean, obviously I have to give them a 10 out of 10 for replacement issues, because they don't grumble. They just say, yeah, that's fine. You've got one. What issues have you got? And we will send you brand new ones out. And that's exactly what they do. They do that. And, you know, it's costing them money to do that. So, you know, I give them, yeah, the credit for that. So that's great. But I kind of just wanted to just show you that, really, guys. So remember, the masking tape to hold everything down. We will be doing that in our next issues, because obviously we need to get some masking tape to hold them down. But I've seen people do it, and it's a great idea. Mike Lane is doing some sort of like boot build in here, so that it's all going to be carpeted, and that looks absolutely mint. And I will definitely be buying one of those off him once he has finalised it. You're going to have to check that out, guys. I will be doing a video on it, obviously, if we can grab one off him. I'm not too sure how long it's going to take for him to do it, but you know, he is a very busy guy. So yeah, it's going to be excellent. I can't actually wait to do that. That's going to be great. It's going to touch that up, and it's going to make that look really good. So, I mean, I might go back and do some modifications. I've seen the Flux where people have made them on this other site where they're modifying them, and they have made some really good fluxes which you can use in conjunction with your circuitry board. So I'm going to probably go down that route and do that, because that is something that I really kind of wanted to have in my DeLorean. So I'm going to definitely go down that route. I've just got to do some research, we'll do a video on it, and then we'll come back to that. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon.